Y&R must-see drama ahead, LA panic, wedding chaos and a Thanksgiving ready to erupt. The next 2 weeks in The Young and the Restless are shaping up to be unmissable, with every storyline boiling over at once, from explosive LA danger to an Abbott family shocker to a wedding day ambush that could change everything. In Los Angeles, Sharon and Nick's frantic search for Noah takes a terrifying turn as their investigation reaches its breaking point. What starts as a desperate hunt soon spirals into a full-on crisis, and the clues they uncover may lead them straight into the hands of the enemy. The LA storyline is headed toward a finale so intense that nothing, and no one, is guaranteed to come out unscathed. Back in Genoa City, chaos hits the GCAC when Danny and Christine finally make it down the aisle, only for Phyllis to crash the celebration with a champagne glass in hand and a bombshell toast no one asked for. With tensions already rising around town, her interruption could ignite a feud that pulls multiple families into the fallout. Meanwhile, Victor Newman is done playing nice. His new move against Billy crosses a line, one so far that even Johnny and Katie step in, forcing a family showdown that stuns both the Abbotts and Newmans. Billy's future hangs in the balance, and Victor's retaliation may be the most ruthless yet. And just when the Abbotts think they can hide from the chaos behind a warm Thanksgiving dinner, a surprise arrival shakes the mansion. Old wounds reopen, loyalties crack, and holiday peace may be impossible this year. Weddings, vendettas, disappearances, and a holiday table ready to blow. This is the most explosive Y&R stretch in months. You're going to want to watch every second. Welcome to Celebrity Gossip 24 Hours, where the drama unfolds and the stories captivate. Join us as we delve into the intriguing world of Young and the Restless, revealing the untold tales and hidden truths behind the headlines. Y&R next 2 weeks, explosive LA finale, Thanksgiving tensions and a party primed to blow. The next 2 weeks on The Young and the Restless promise a runaway train of twists, travel, tension, and long-brewing rivalries ready to boil over. From a Los Angeles manhunt reaching its tipping point to a Genoa City celebration teetering on collapse, the drama unfolding between November 24th and December 5th is set to redefine alliances and ignite fresh conflicts across the canvas. Paris romance and Genoa City shocks. As Thanksgiving week kicks off, Danny Romalotti and Christine Blair escape the chaos of Genoa City for a blissful Paris honeymoon, though the peace back home doesn't last long. The holiday glow dims for Phyllis Summers after she stumbles upon Daniel and Tessa locked in a passionate moment. The sight leaves Phyllis rattled, and it may fuel her old habit of meddling in her family's affairs. Meanwhile, a troubling development unfolds in Los Angeles. Nick Newman spots a critical clue while searching for Noah Newman and Sienna Bacall, a discovery that propels him and Sharon into action. The pair join forces once again, old instincts kicking in, as they trace the trail toward their missing loved ones. Newman maneuvers and Abbott family joy. Back in Genoa City, Adam Newman and Victor Newman deepen their pact, fine-tuning the strategic blueprint for their takedown of Billy Abbott. But Victor has another juggling act on his hands, preserving Thanksgiving peace. Determined not to shatter the holiday mood, he shields Nikki from some of the harsh realities Nick is facing on the Noah search. At the Abbott mansion, spirits rise as Claire Newman receives a warm welcome and even a special request from young Harrison. Her visit adds a softer touch to the holiday, but Claire hasn't forgotten her grudge against Audra Charles. She uses a quiet moment during the festivities to warn Sally Spectra and Billy about Audra's manipulative ways, planting seeds that could grow into more conflict. Sally, for her part, accepts Billy's invitation to join the family dinner, though the biggest surprise of all comes when Ashley Abbott finally returns home. Her long-awaited arrival brings a wave of joy, instantly lifting the Abbott household and setting the stage for emotional reunions. Lily and Kane face a familiar crossroads. The Thanksgiving goodwill extends to the coffee house, where Lily Winters crosses paths with Kane Ashby. Kane is throwing himself into volunteer work, determined to prove he's changed and ready to rebuild broken bridges. But despite Kane's best efforts to highlight his progress, Lily remains cautious. Her focus is on grounding her family during the holidays and teaching the Winters clan the importance of unity. YNR also revisits a classic moment this week, airing a nostalgic encore of Christine and Danny's 1990 wedding, followed by a preemption for sports coverage. LA storyline reaches its breaking point. The week of December 1st to 5th sends the Los Angeles story into overdrive. After a tense confrontation, the search for Noah and Sienna finally reaches its climax. The group is expected to return to Genoa City soon afterward, though the fallout is far from over. Sienna also makes her way back to GC, and Matt Clark, operating under the alias Mitch Bacall, is temporarily neutralized. But anyone who knows Matt understands that a brief setback will only fuel his rage. Even legal consequences won't keep him from plotting retaliation against the Newmans. He becomes a ticking time bomb aimed squarely at Sharon, Nick, and anyone in their orbit. Claire versus Audra, a war with no rules. Back home, Claire's simmering battle with Audra takes on new intensity. Their feud evolves beyond petty jabs and enters dangerous territory, especially with Holden Novak unknowingly stuck in the middle. The more the two women push each other, the greater the risk of collateral damage. Countdown to a party primed for ruin. As the Abbotts prepare for the upcoming Abbott Communications launch event, Billy and Sally are feeling the pressure. Unbeknownst to them, Victor is moving aggressively behind the scenes. He attempts to strong-arm Jill Abbott into pulling her support from the company, aiming to leave Billy vulnerable. But Jill isn't easily swayed, and Victor isn't used to hearing no. With Adam quietly helping coordinate the sabotage, Victor's plan is simple: derail Billy's launch night in spectacular fashion, grab the media spotlight, and throw Jack Abbott off balance. Still, Billy and Sally aren't stepping into the lion's den unprepared. Whether they can outmaneuver Victor's brewing attack remains the million-dollar question. Final word. The next 2 weeks on The Young and the Restless deliver a volatile mix of celebration, confrontation, and catastrophe. With a major LA conclusion, new threats heading toward Genoa City, and a launch party destined for fireworks, fans can expect non-stop twists as November closes and December storms in. Stay tuned, because no one is walking away from this chapter unscathed. Today's next update. YNR Weekly Update, November 24th to 28th, Victor strikes back, Ashley returns, and Thanksgiving tensions rise. The last full week of November brings a rush of emotional reunions, covert power plays, and holiday revelations in The Young and the Restless. With Thanksgiving in Genoa City approaching, the Newmans, the Abbotts, and the Winters family all find themselves navigating the delicate balance between celebration and crisis. From Victor's strategic strike to Ashley's long-awaited return, the week promises both heartfelt moments and high-stakes drama. A look back, the turbulent week that set the stage. The prior week delivered a cascade of turning points. Phyllis and Kane's uneasy partnership crossed into unexpected territory when simmering tension transformed into an undeniable spark. Their alliance, once grounded in mutual frustration, blurred into a connection both of them may soon regret. Elsewhere, Claire and Holden finally confronted their unresolved issues following their impulsive night in Los Angeles. Their honest conversation allowed them to regain equilibrium, though both continue carrying heavy emotional baggage. Lily had challenges of her own as she tried to keep the peace while confronting Adam and Chelsea for playing with fire. The conflict forced her to reassess trust, loyalty, and where she stands moving forward. In midweek, Nikki delivered a stern but necessary reminder to Claire about what it truly means to be a Newman, past wounds, triumphs, and all. Meanwhile, Audra silently plotted her next move, staying several steps ahead as she evaluated the shifting power dynamics around her. By Thursday, tensions erupted in Los Angeles. Nick desperately searched for evidence that could stop Matt Clark's manipulation, but Noah and Sienna stumbled directly into danger. With Noah injured after falling into Matt's trap, the stakes skyrocketed. Sharon refused to let Matt intimidate her, digging in her heels with more resolve than ever before. The week ended with a rare moment of joy, Christine and Danny's beautiful, nostalgia-soaked wedding at the GCAC. Surrounded by friends and old memories, the couple reaffirmed their love story in a ceremony that warmed even the coldest Genoa City heart. What's coming this week? Love, secrets, and strategic warfare. Monday, November 24th, episode 13260. The newlyweds are still glowing as Christine and Danny settle into life as husband and wife. Daniel, meanwhile, reconnects with Tessa as they collaborate on a new creative project, one that could reshape their futures. Across town, Phyllis promises Daniel she will support him no matter what, determined to rebuild trust and keep their family united. Tuesday, November 25th, episode 13261. Victor Newman makes the first major move of the week. With Billy Abbott still a thorn in his side, Victor recruits Adam to help strike back hard. Their plan could create shockwaves for Billy's career and potentially his personal life. In Los Angeles, Nick and Sharon intensify their search for Noah, refusing to leave without answers. Genoa City may be preparing for Thanksgiving, but the Abbotts aren't exactly coming together peacefully. As relatives gather, old resentments bubble up, making the holiday far more dramatic than festive. Wednesday, November 26th, episode 13262. Victor continues keeping Nikki shielded from the truth about the unfolding crisis in LA. His silence is meant to protect her, but it may backfire if she learns how much he's been hiding. The highlight of the day comes with Ashley Abbott's return. After time away to regroup, Ashley steps back into Genoa City just in time for Thanksgiving. Her presence lifts spirits and brings a long-missing warmth to the Abbott home. Meanwhile, Lily takes center stage within the Winters family, delivering a heartfelt message about the importance of family, gratitude, and humility. Her words resonate deeply, helping her loved ones refocus on what truly matters. Thursday, November 27th. Fans are treated to a beloved classic episode, Danny and Cricket's Hawaiian Wedding from 1990. The nostalgic broadcast offers the perfect breather in the midst of escalating November drama. Friday, November 28th. YNR is preempted as CBS Sports takes over programming. Final thoughts. The November 24th to 28th week delivers all the ingredients that make The Young and the Restless a daytime powerhouse: emotional sincerity, complicated family ties, secret battles, and a looming storm that promises even bigger twists in December. With Victor on the warpath, Noah still in danger, Ashley's return stirring hope, and multiple relationships shifting beneath the surface, viewers can expect this holiday season in Genoa City to be anything but calm. Stay tuned, every move made this week sets the stage for explosive fallout ahead. Today's next update. YNR shakeup, Johnny and Katie take a stand as Victor's plot against Billy goes too far. A storm is brewing in Genoa City, and this time it's not just the grown-ups caught in the crossfire. The Young and the Restless is gearing up for a dramatic twist involving two characters who rarely step into the spotlight, Johnny and Katie Abbott. As Victor Newman prepares his latest strike against Billy Abbott, the fallout may affect far more than the business world. It could fracture the Newman-Abbott family line in ways no one sees coming. A new generation enters the conflict. Johnny and Katie Abbott are set to appear in upcoming episodes, and their timing couldn't be more significant. The Abbott Communications launch party is right around the corner, a milestone event for Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra. Naturally, Billy's kids would want to celebrate this next chapter with their father. But the celebration may be overshadowed by the dark cloud looming in the background, Victor Newman's relentless quest to derail the entire venture. Johnny and Katie aren't little children anymore. As the years have passed, the pair have grown into sharp, observant young teens, and Genoa City's ongoing tensions are becoming increasingly difficult to hide from them. With Victor's latest scheme unfolding in plain sight, the Abbott siblings may finally witness firsthand just how ruthless their grandfather can be. Victoria caught in the middle. Victoria Newman has spent years navigating the uneasy space between her father and her ex-husband. Now, she faces the added challenge of protecting her children from being pulled into the feud. Victoria wants to shield Johnny and Katie from the hostility between Billy and Victor, but that may no longer be possible. As Victor's attacks escalate, the lines become clearer, the consequences more visible, and Johnny and Katie may be forced to decide where they stand. Victor's new strategy, a blow too low? Victor Newman's newest plan ups the ante. Working alongside Adam, Victor intends to sabotage the Abbott Communications launch event. Previously, Victor attempted to block the project before it even started, but this time he's aiming directly at the heart of Billy's hard-earned success. His current strategy involves pressuring Jill Abbott to yank her financial support. If Jill refuses, Victor is prepared to unleash Adam to find another way to ruin the evening. This isn't just about beating Billy in a business rivalry, it's a calculated attempt to humiliate him publicly. Even more concerning, Victor's scheme is only partly about Billy. It's also a diversion tactic, an attempt to distract the entire Abbott family while Victor sets his sights on Jack Abbott and Jabot. In other words, the Abbotts aren't dealing with a feud, they're staring down a full-scale Newman strike. The children step into the spotlight. This is where Johnny and Katie come in. As Abbotts, they're naturally proud of their family's accomplishments. As Billy's kids, they want to support him wholeheartedly. And as Victor's grandchildren, they've grown up respecting the Newman patriarch until now. Should Johnny and Katie learn the truth about Victor's sabotage, the emotional fallout could be explosive. They may view the attack not as a strategic business move but as a betrayal, one that hurts their father, their Uncle Jack, and their entire family. The idea of the younger generation turning against Victor introduces a powerful new dynamic. Fans are used to seeing adults challenge Victor's iron fist, but Johnny and Katie standing up to him would hit differently. It would force Victor to confront the consequences of his actions in a way he rarely has to. The mustache is used to push back, but he isn't used to watching his own grandchildren reject his methods. The beginning of a Newman reckoning? While Victor has long dominated Genoa City's power landscape, this storyline could mark a shift. Showing the next generation rejecting his tactics may be the first step toward deeper accountability, a rare moment where Victor's influence fails to shield him from the emotional cost of his actions. One thing is clear, with Johnny and Katie stepping into new territory, The Young and the Restless is poised to deliver fresh family drama with lasting consequences. Stay tuned, because when Victor's own grandchildren question his loyalty, the fallout is guaranteed to shake Genoa City to its core. Today's next update. Y&R preview November 24th to 28th. Phyllis crashes the wedding, L.A. Panic escalates and an Abbott surprise arrives. Thanksgiving week in The Young and the Restless promises a blend of gratitude, high emotion, and classic Genoa City chaos. Weddings, rescues, reunions, and shocking appearances collide as the holiday spirit clashes with drama that refuses to take a day off. Here's a closer look at what fans can expect for November 24th to 28th. Phyllis interrupts Danny and Christine's big moment. Christine Blair and Danny Romalotti finally make it to the altar after a few bumps along the way, and their reception begins with joy, nostalgia, and heartfelt speeches. But in true Genoa City fashion, happiness doesn't stay uninterrupted for long. Just as the newlyweds begin celebrating, Phyllis Summers steps into the GCAC ballroom with Kane Ashby by her side, instantly shifting the energy in the room. Guests exchange uneasy glances as Phyllis reaches for a champagne glass. With a dramatic tap of her glass, she announces a toast, leaving the room silent and tense. Phyllis has a long history with both Danny and Christine, making her presence at their wedding equal parts surprising and suspicious. The crowd braces for impact. Will she take this moment to lash out? Will she stir up old wounds just as the couple begins a new chapter? Or has Phyllis finally decided to rise above the past and offer genuine well wishes? One thing is certain, whatever she says will ripple through the reception and leave viewers talking. Sharon and Nick's terrifying search in Los Angeles. While Genoa City celebrates, Sharon and Nick remain trapped in a nightmare on the opposite coast. With Noah still missing, they're clinging to hope while fearing the worst. Their instincts tell them Matt Clark has orchestrated the disappearance, but they lack the concrete proof needed to stop him. Their search leads them to a deserted warehouse alley. The tension is palpable as Sharon silently prays for a miracle. Then Nick spots something, a clue lying on the ground, that may finally break the case open. Is this the first sign that they're closing in on Noah's captors? Or has Matt planted misleading breadcrumbs to torment them even further? The couple's ordeal is far from over, but this discovery may be the turning point in their desperate hunt. A warm but complicated Abbott Thanksgiving. Back in Genoa City, the Abbott family is determined to make Thanksgiving meaningful despite personal and professional pressures. Jack and Diane open their doors for a traditional holiday meal, welcoming Tracy, Billy, Sally, and several familiar faces. Claire also stops by to see Kyle and Harrison. Holidays have a way of stirring old emotions, and Kyle may use the occasion to reconnect with Claire. With twinkling lights and family warmth surrounding them, Claire might find herself experiencing feelings she thought she had put to rest. Just when it seems the dinner guest list is complete, the Abbotts receive a surprise that lifts every spirit in the room. Ashley returns from Paris. Her unexpected arrival brings joy and a sense of togetherness that the family has desperately needed. Even with Victor Newman's looming attempt to take control of Chabot, Jack refuses to let business overshadow the holiday. Surrounded by loved ones, the Abbotts choose unity over worry, at least for one night. What to expect moving forward? From an emotionally charged wedding toast to a life-or-death search across LA, the week ahead is packed with suspense and heartfelt moments. Phyllis's unexpected arrival could reignite old tensions. Sharon and Nick's discovery may lead them straight into danger, or toward rescue. And the Abbott Thanksgiving reunion promises warmth, nostalgia, and maybe even a spark of romance. As the holiday season officially begins in Genoa City, The Young and the Restless is delivering everything fans love: family bonds, shocking twists, and storylines that pack both heart and bite. Today's next update. Why in our Thanksgiving drama, Kane's good deed falls flat as Lily shuts him down? Thanksgiving in The Young and the Restless is shaping up to be anything but peaceful for Kane Ashby and Lily Winters. While the holiday usually brings warmth, forgiveness, and reflection, this year serves up tension, frustration, and a harsh reality check for Kane, one he wasn't prepared for. Kane tries to turn the page. After weeks of trying to claw his way back into Lily's good graces, Kane decides to take a different approach. Instead of romantic gestures or emotional pleas, he focuses on something meaningful: giving back. With Crimson Lights hosting a Thanksgiving outreach event, Kane volunteers to serve meals to people in need, hoping to do something positive and, perhaps subconsciously, hoping Lily might see that he's trying to improve. Kane puts on the apron, rolls up his sleeves, and genuinely throws himself into the mission. For him, it's a return to the version of himself who once fought hard to be better, not the man caught in schemes, secrets, and questionable alliances. But good intentions don't erase recent mistakes, and Kane's timing couldn't be more complicated. Lily is no longer buying it. Lily has been through emotional whiplash with Kane for years, and the latest round has pushed her to the edge. She had only just started to soften toward him again, until she walked in on Kane and Phyllis together. That moment reignited every disappointment she thought she'd put behind her. Seeing Kane with Phyllis in a hotel suite shattered what little trust was rebuilding. Regardless of Kane's claims that things are more complicated than they appear, Lily sees patterns she can no longer ignore. Lies. Evasion. Manipulation. Secrets. And most of all, Kane choosing someone who thrives in chaos rather than someone who simply wants clarity and honesty. So when Lily arrives at Crimson Lights and spots Kane happily serving meals, she doesn't see redemption. She sees performance. Even if part of her recognizes the sincerity in what he's doing, the unresolved hurt overshadows it. Lily has reached a point where a single good deed feels like a bandage slapped over a wound that's been reopened too many times. The Phyllis factor keeps making things worse. One major issue preventing Lily from seeing Kane's actions in a positive light? Phyllis Summers. Kane may claim their connection is temporary and strategic, especially since he still suspects Phyllis swiped his AI program, but lines have been blurred between them. Phyllis embraces Kane's flaws instead of challenging him to do better, which creates a dangerous comfort zone for him. And although Kane insists he's only playing along to get answers, his growing chemistry with Phyllis tells a different story. Lily has seen enough to believe Kane may be drifting further from who he once was. And if Kane wants to convince her otherwise, he will need far more than a charitable gesture. Thanksgiving sparks a heated exchange. When Lily and Kane finally cross paths at Crimson Lights, the warmth of the holiday melts instantly. Their conversation is polite at first, but the underlying tension is sharp enough to cut through the noise of the bustling cafe. Kane tries to be optimistic, hoping the sight of him giving back will spark something in Lily, a memory of who he used to be, or maybe a hint of forgiveness. But Lily remains guarded. She congratulates him for helping, but her tone is cool. Detached. Cautious. For Kane, it's a crushing blow. No matter how many times he denies it, Lily's approval still matters to him more than he wants to admit. He wants her to see him. Believe him. Trust him. But Lily simply can't offer that right now, not after everything she's witnessed. What's next for Kane and Lily? Their Thanksgiving run-in proves one thing: healing will not come easily, and Kane's attempt at doing the right thing won't magically erase months of broken trust. With Phyllis still hovering and Kane's secrets lingering in the background, Lily has every reason to keep her guard up. And Kane, despite his frustration, may finally have to accept that regaining Lily's respect will take much more than good intentions and holiday generosity. For more of the latest updates and behind-the-scenes secrets from Young and the Restless, make sure to hit subscribe and ring that bell. Stay in the know with every new release.